Okay, so now in the studio we are joined by Olivia, who was upstairs with us at the Critical Youth Research Hub event that we had in our theatre there, and Olivia was presenting some of her research, and I suppose there's no point me explaining it. If you want to introduce yourself, Olivia, and explain a bit about your research.
Yeah, so yes, I'm Olivia. I'm doing my PhD at Queen's University Belfast here in Northern Ireland. And my research looks at the relationship between the EU peace programmes and young people's experiences of conflict transformation, with a particular focus on the current Peace 4 programme. And at the moment, I'm interviewing lots of people who have been involved in running Peace 4 work, who have been involved in managing that funding, and then hopefully I'll be able to speak to some young people as well in the future. So at the moment, that's really what I'm doing.
So you presented the findings today to everyone up there, and what was some of the key bits of feedback that you heard back that sort of interested you when people thought about it?
So in terms of the feedback I heard, it was comforting to hear, I suppose, that what I was saying resonated, I suppose, a lot with what other people are experiencing, particularly around the ideas of positive and negative peace, the idea that, work needs to contribute to, diminishing physical violence, but also creating a wider peaceful society, ideas of, relationship building, the importance of engaging young people in peace work. I suppose they were sort of some of the main things I was hearing.
Fantastic. And you mentioned the bit upstairs around the next stage of the research and who you would be speaking to. So if you want to elaborate on some of the details of what's coming up next.
Yeah, so coming up next, hopefully. So at the moment, I've just spoken to sort of people who've been delivering projects for young people and managing funding. Really importantly, I also want to hear from young people themselves, because I don't think it's right to talk about young people without hearing their perspectives. It makes it a much more democratic piece of research. So that's one of the main things I'll be doing. I'll also hopefully be speaking to people who have been involved at the top management of peace funding around, the SEUPB, who manage the funding ultimately, and hopefully speak to people who have been involved in peace funding right back till 1995 when the programmes first started. So it'll be interesting to hear their perspectives, because when you think about it, it's been over 20 years now of peace funding, which is a long time.
Fantastic. And, lastly, I just want to ask you about today's event and what importance you think there is for events like this, for people to show the research they have been conducted into this type of area.
The great thing about events like this is it means that academic research isn't just confined to a university library. It's actually going out there to people who might actually benefit from it. I don't want to interview people and then them never hear about the work that they've helped me do. It brings everybody together and it makes sure that there's impact from the research.
Fantastic. Olivia, thanks for coming in. And how can people find out more information on your research?
So I can either be found on the Queen's University website if you search Olivia Brabazon at Queen's. Again, also my Twitter handle is liv_r_b. Again, I talk about research on that. I talk about other things on Twitter, but it's a good place. And also my email address is also on the Queen's website. So if people want to talk to me, that's a good way to find me.
Olivia Brabazon, thanks very much for coming into the studio.
That's great. Thank you.